Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. Droid Life Show today, episode 232. It is Friday, May 1st. I'm your host, Kellen. With me, Tim. Tim, say hi.
Hey guys, how's it going? Tim here. Thanks so much for tuning back in.
Yes, thank you very much for tuning in. Fabulous show to
Fabulous.
share today. So many topics. We were off last week. We're back now, surviving. And yeah, we have a couple of things to talk about before we get into the hot topics. Trivia back as always. And if you're new around here, we do trivia at the end of every show. So if you don't, actually, you have to listen to the topics and then you do trivia. That's sort of how this thing works. Anyway, we do trivia and
Sorry.
we give away free stuff. This week, we're going to give everyone a brand new Bullets Wireless Z, or for our UK friends, the Bullets Wireless Z. We're going to give those away. Everyone,
Wow.
5 of them. If you are playing the trivia at the end of the show, you have a chance to win Bullets Wireless Z. So
That's
that's good.
that's pretty cool.
It's good. I have not used them yet, so I do not know how they sound, but people liked the other ones. No, they're not true wireless. They're wireless. It should be fine. Anyway, so yeah, you'll have a chance to win those. Second shout out is where do I lean? Chairs. You guys have noticed the chairs. This is 2 shows in a row with the chairs. Or are you on 3 now? I can't remember. The folks at
Eh.
Ewin. Yeah, I can't remember. You've done a review though, but the folks at Ewin have hooked us up with chairs. So once again, if you want a chair similar to ours, Ewin's doing a 20% off for Droid Life readers. Use code Droid
Oh.
Life at checkout, and you can get an
Oh.
Ewin chair. I think last week you gave a little bit of a review, and I said I've sat in mine for all of 20 minutes. I have more thoughts now, and basically, this is a hell of an upgrade over my previous chair. The little back pillow thing, oh, the back's
Hmm.
never felt so good. I don't sit back much, so the neck pillow not doing much, but it could. Anyway, I'm a fan. Folks at Ewin, go to Ewin Gaming Chairs, get whatever you want, 20% off. Use code Droid.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, and I'm still loving mine. I'm very particular about my chairs, and this one's been very nice. So, highly recommend.
Definitely a good chair so far. That's for sure.
Yeah.
All right. So again, trivia. You can win Bullets Wireless Z at the end of the show. But first, the hottest of the hot Android topics. Are we ready?
Yeah. Let's do the hotness.
Okay. So in the last 2 weeks, the biggest news. Well, that's subjective. There was news around Motorola. They announced a phone, first flagship in a couple of years, the Motorola Edge Plus. They also have a somewhat dropped down a tier version called just the Motorola Edge. Those phones are now official. That regular Edge that I just mentioned, it may come to the US in a few months. We don't really know. Supposedly, we don't know pricing. Anyways, the Motorola Edge Plus is the one everyone cares about. I think it is the flagship 5G, big old display, waterfall things on the sides, big camera things happening, big batteries happening, Verizon only,
Yeah.
big price tags, definitely not big carrier things. Yeah. Big price tags, not big updates. Yeah. So let's recap this just a little bit here. So Motorola Edge Plus, $1,000 phone going to Verizon, comes in 2 colors, sort of a purplish and sort of a dark bluish. It actually looks like a pretty sharp phone. Full screen display, little hole punch cutout, Snapdragon 865 and 12 gig RAM, 256 gig storage, 5,000 milliamp hour battery. The display is 6.7 inch OLED. It's full HD, not the quad HD. We got a headphone jack. They managed to stash a headphone jack in there and stereo speakers, which they are claiming stereo speakers are the loudest ever in the history of smartphones, which, we'll test one day. 108 megapixel camera on the back. Of course, we got the binning, the quad pixel binning there down to 27. 27 megapixel photos are still so huge. It's kind of wild. 16 megapixel wide in there, or ultra wide in there, 8 megapixel telephoto as well. Again, Verizon's 5G, which means just about nothing to anyone because it's millimeter wave. You have to live in the downtownest of the downtown of your city. And you might get it if you leave your apartment and stand on a street corner with your phone held high. That's about the only time you're gonna see any of that. So it is what it is. We do have Wi-Fi 6 though. Yeah, it's got the waterfall display thing, which I don't love, but they've done some software tricks. You can actually turn off the waterfall display. We put a waterfall display in, but we'll let you turn it off because we know you'll probably hate it. But they did some things where you can tap on the side. They'll use the sides to show a battery meter if you're charging it, some things like that. What am I missing here? Is that about it?
Uh, Verizon bloatware.
Ah, yes, there will be Verizon bloatware everywhere, including like 17 like games that come preloaded.
Games
Yeah. So
that
that's
are
not,
like terrible.
yeah, like the worst of the worst spammy games.
Yeah.
Trying to see if I missed anything. Looking at the specs list, 25 megapixel front camera. I don't know why we need such large selfies, but we do. Fast wired and sort of fastish wireless charging. The wired is 18 watt, which like 5 years ago, that would be really fast. Right now, everyone's pushing crazy 45
30,
watts and
40.
30s and
Yeah.
25. So it's not the fastest wired charging, but still pretty fast. The 5,000 milliamp hour battery with that 1080p display and it being Motorola is probably going to last a day and a half. So it'll probably have great battery life. In-display fingerprint reader, no water resistance other than the repellent coating, which they've done to their phones for a number of years. All right, I think that's about it for specs. Let's see. So the big thing here is the Verizon exclusivity. It comes out on May 14th. Is it May 14th? Is that the date? Is that launch date? Should know that.
I don't know anything about this
I
phone.
know. It's actually been kind of hard to keep track of. May 14th, it arrives at Verizon only. There's no unlocked version of the Edge Plus. You can't go on Motorola's site, buy one, use it on their carriers. It is only Verizon. There's a batch of early reviews out, and most of them have, I think, fairly positive things to say about the phone. I sort of got this like, it's good, just not great thing. Like it's not standing out over Samsung, over OnePlus. And I guess that's sort of what I expected.
Hmm.
It doesn't have like that one feature where you go, all right, Motorola's back, and this is a serious contender. If they thought it was going to be the waterfall display, it's not. I think people have soured on that quite a bit. I would like to think we led the
Thanks
charge
to
on that.
you.
Yeah, I was going to say, I
Yeah.
think we led the charge on killing the waterfall display. And I think we did a pretty good job of that. I'm sorry that Motorola didn't read all those stories we wrote trashing that, where everyone else seems to have joined in our quest there, because they put one in a phone right now when everyone else is kind of going away from it. So I think people say the camera's pretty good. I looked at some of the sample photos I've seen. Everything looks a little drab or flat, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. You can always change colors in post. I think it sounds like a pretty decent phone from Motorola. The issues are obviously, again, Verizon exclusivity. If you're not on Verizon, you just can't even get it. It's $1,000, whereas the OnePlus 8 Pro starts at $100 cheaper, and quite honestly, is going to be a better buy, particularly in the update situation where Motorola still, or should I say Lenovo, will only guarantee one major update to Android 11. They won't say if we'll do anything past that. We're leaving it up to our customers to tell us, which really means we'll leave it up to how many people buy this phone, right? Whereas OnePlus will give you like 3 years of updates probably on the 8 Pro. So software support, price, all that.
Dan Perkins in the chat says it's for the Z3, Z4 owners. And I guess my rebuttal would be like, what Z3 and
Yeah,
Z4 owners? I mean,
yeah.
there's not, I get that Motorola, people who buy those phones liked those phones, but like there's better phones out there, people. Like maybe it's time to move on. Samsung and OnePlus and Google, they make some pretty good phones that will see software support. There's just
That is
better options out there, man. Like we have not recommended a Motorola phone in years, so it's
probably since like the original Z that I liked, the Z Play. That's the one I liked, the original Z Play. The thing I would say to the Z3 and Z4 owners is, why do you like Motorola again? They created a line of phones for you and promised a bunch of mods and then failed to deliver any of those mods. I don't know that that's actually, those customers should still be happy with Motorola. I think this was supposed to be the return where you try to get customers to switch, where Motorola goes, we're back. And then all these customers go, cool, you have a phone I should pay attention to. And I'm not saying people shouldn't pay attention, but they've severely limited who's going to by doing the Verizon exclusivity, making it 1,000, all of that stuff. And it is priced, in line with other similar phones. But when you're Motorola and you're making a comeback, you got to do something to say, like, don't buy the Galaxy S20, buy us. And when you price it right there, did you do that? I don't know. We don't have one, so.
Yeah, so what can we say?
I can't tell you.
We don't know ish.
Yeah, I know absolutely nothing about this phone. Do you guys want us to review this phone?
Yeah, we'll leave it up to you guys.
Yeah.
Do we need to pick this thing up, or like it's totally cool if we don't have to?
And I'm actually being sort of serious in that. Like, do you guys actually want us to review this phone?
Because, I mean, we will if we have to, but I mean, I thought it was cool. Like, when you mentioned Motorola kind of announcing, hey, we're back. It would have been cool if they did that with the Razr, but then the Razr turned out to be like a total kind of not a great phone whatsoever. And and that also had like the nostalgia going with it. Like that was like, could have been Motorola's 2020. Could have been awesome. Then they got this Edge Plus, which is a reintroduction to the high end smartphones, but it's like, I don't know. It doesn't even seem all that great. Plus the Verizon exclusive. I mean, it's not ideal in terms of a smartphone release that's supposed to be kind of the high end. At least give us the unlocked model for GSM or whatever. I mean, it's not ideal. Unfortunately, Rashad says, please pick up the phone for review. We're gonna.
Rob says a tiny break from bashing LG to bash Moto. Okay.
Yeah, Charles, do your job. Review the phone.
True, it is technically our job. The thing is, like, it's $1,000 phone that, like, and you guys gonna pay attention? You have to understand, like, there's two of us. We try to review all of the stuff we can, but if it's a phone that 25 of you are going to read the review on, that's kind of tough for us to spend hours and hours and hours and hours going into this. That said, there's not a lot going on right now, so maybe we just will anyway. Hopefully they'll send us a review unit so we don't have to spend $1,000. We'll return it, but
yeah, I mean, maybe we should just do it. Maybe we should stop crying.
Okay, we'll stop crying. We'll get it in. It's their first
and
flagship in a while.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll do what we can to get a hold of one. If anything, I do want to play with the camera to see if Motorola has a good camera, because supposedly the camera's actually okay.
Yeah. Rig says we need to do an iPhone review. Well, it's not going to be an iPhone SE review, that's for sure.
Weird.
I have been talking about once we get a new, what is it going to be, the iPhone 11s or whatever, like whatever the next cool one is. I mean, that's totally possible.
You guys have noticed that Tim's been really campaigning for this, and I think the most uninteresting things on the planet Earth are Android guys going, I reviewed an iPhone, let me tell you my opinion. Like, there's nothing interesting about Android guy reviewing iPhone. There's just every year it's the same thing. This hardware is amazing. I love the feel. The cameras have come so far. But you know what? This software, I just can't do iOS. Of course you can't. That's why you're on Android and you write for an Android outlet.
Not according to BGR. BGR thinks that stuff is very important for the people to read.
If we want to get picked up by them, we could write a review of an iPhone. This is correct.
Dude, I can't wait.
The one time we looked at an iPhone was when they changed like the design of the phone and they took on a bunch of Android features. And I remember I looked at it and I unboxed it and then shared some thoughts later and was like, this is such a waste of my time. And since then, I've seen, I don't know how many people do it on Androids, and they're just, none of it is worth the time.
Well, then they all,
interesting.
And you're right in the fact that they all say the same thing.
Same thing.
Maybe I can have a different angle.
You won't. You'll fall in love probably and be like, I'm leaving Android forever. Maybe that'll be the angle. We'll just do it anyway. Even if you don't fall in love, that'll just be the angle, because that'll really get the love everywhere. Long time Android blog bro leaves Android for good from iPhone 11s.
I know some of these guys. I mean, there's guys who used to work for Android blogs and now they're on iPhones and stuff, and you don't see them writing up anything, but still, It'd be cool, like, if somehow it was timed around April 1st next year, right? And we could, like, just kind of secretly switch the site over to iOS Life or iPhone Life,
Yeah.
something like really go all in on it. But yeah, no, I mean, it's probably a pretty poor experience. Minus the fact that, I mean, really, you can have all of Google's services on iPhones now. Like, really, the only difference is settings menus and things like that. But
And
I mean,
shitty
it's
notifications. Like
sure.
you will get so mad within an hour when you realize the notification situation and how awful it is on iOS.
Well, I mean, you seem to know quite a bit for not using it, so I don't know. I mean,
We've used it off and on. Like I said, the kid has an iPad because it's the only tablet available. That's
yeah,
even worth
there are
spending $1 on.
literally trillions of iPhone users who would disagree with you. They're trillions, maybe quadrillions.
They're just not smart enough to handle Android notifications, probably.
Yeah, it could be it. And
they like the simple.
iPhones are so much faster than
right.
Android phones too.
This is true. They are so fast.
They've got the A13 Bionic processor, and that thing rips.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know what we're gonna ever do to combat the A13.
We're doomed.
We are doomed. We are doomed. Anyway, so I don't know what the hell we're talking about. The Motorola thing? Is that what we're still talking about?
Sort of.
Anyway, we will not be review. Oh yeah, we were asking if we should review.
We will review it.
Yeah,
we will review it.
We'll review the Motorola Edge Plus. We will not review the iPhone SE. No. So today I saw that let's keep talking about Apple products, but the Apple Watch 5, right? It has like $100 discount today at Best Buy. And I went, oh, here's the chance. You buy the SE for $400 and then you grab this $100 discounted. And then I went, it still doesn't do sleep tracking either, which even Samsungs do. And so all that. And so I kind of went, okay, never mind. There was a moment though where I went, ooh, let's be the guy that has all the Android guy with all the Apple stuff. And then no, we turned that off real quick.
All right. Well.
Anyway. Okay. So we'll review the Motorola Edge Plus, I guess. We'll get to it one of these days. Let's see. OnePlus 8 news. OnePlus 8, OnePlus 8 Pro actually available now. Well, sort of. Can you buy the OnePlus? Is the 8 Pro back in stock? They went on sale like a couple days ago, and the 8 Pro sold out immediately. And I don't know what that actually means. I don't know if OnePlus makes lots of these things and sells lots, or if they make so many to just, sort of do that thing where they make it look like they've sold a lot. I can't ever tell with them. Where's the damn buy button?
No, production could also be low right now.
That's the other thing, right? You go, okay, were they able to make enough?
Yeah.
Because of the current state of the goal. I can't even, where's the buy button?
I feel like, we know for a fact that smartphone sales are down this quarter. The question is, I have no idea if OnePlus fans are even happy with the OnePlus 8 and 8 Pro. I just feel like I haven't seen a lot of excitement about them. Like maybe they're just too expensive, or I have no idea.
It's definitely sold out in all colors, the 8 Pro. I finally got there. It took me a while. Yeah, it is tough to read if people are super excited about it or not. I really liked the phone. Again, I talked about how it's just a little huge. I want always on display, that sort of things, but it's their best phone because the camera is clearly caught up finally to some of the other players in the game, which is a big deal, but it's just so damn expensive. Yeah, I can't tell if people are super excited or not. I mean, are you still using the 8?
Yeah, still rocking my 8. I love this little guy. I mean, it really is like the ideal phone. It's very fast. It's got my 90 hertz, not 120, but it's still 90. It's gorgeous. Feels great in hand. And then also the battery life, really good. So I haven't had any problems with it.
I was tempted to pick up that one of those and use it for a while because the size looks great in the green color. Not that weird mirrory thing. You're probably cleaning that thing constantly.
Well, I have
a
case for it. So one of the sandstone or whatever the hell it's called, just the teal one. I mean, I wish I had this phone, but in this color, like that would be.
Yeah, so that's what I was going to say. I would get the green color. As sort of related to that, the OnePlus 8 did launch on Verizon also. also. Speaking of Verizon, they branded it, with one of their little logos and things. Very, very nice of them.
It's a nice logo.
It is. The unlocked versions though, like you have, and then the Pro that I have, they do now work on Verizon. There was a little hiccup there, little snag, where if you had them early before launch day, they weren't really activating and all of that stuff. And then OnePlus gave this really weird answer where they said like, yeah, we might have those up and running on Verizon by June, which is, a little over a month at the time of that announcement. They seem to have pushed that forward a little faster. They're both now certified, the unlocked versions. So you should be able to just activate them, no problem. OnePlus has already pushed a couple of updates to them too. There's been at least one or two, I think, camera updates. And then the most recent update fixed all of the palm touches that were affecting the OnePlus 8 Pro. While I'm not using it, I did update and mess around with it for a while. And I used to be able to like slide my palm up and down the side of it. And I could basically scroll in Twitter by doing that. And then after this update, I was unable to do that. So I think they fixed at least one of those things, which is good. Now we just need always on display, what did they tell us today? That's not coming until August, September, something like that.
Not soon enough, that's for sure.
Soon enough is right. The weirdest thing about the always on display thing, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, a couple weeks ago or a month ago now, OnePlus said we're finally doing an always on display, and we all went, yay, hopefully it'll launch with like the OnePlus 8, and then it didn't. And then today they updated everyone on the status of that and said, yeah, it's in development till June. And then we'll roll it out in a beta in August, September. Those dates are subject to change and all of that stuff. And I just keep going, you guys had this feature built into the OnePlus 6. So 2 years ago, they had it. And then remember the day one update that came with that phone that removed it? Because there were some people that before they got the day one update went, I had always on display on this thing. And then an update removed it. So they've done it. It's just so weird that they're back in development. They just shelved it for 2 or 3 years, back in development, and now we're going to roll it out. The other thing, the timing of August, September's Android 11 should be out by then. So it might be an Android 11 feature for these phones, which is fine. It's fine. Either way, OnePlus 8 and 8 Pro, we both really like. But I do, yes, get the feeling there isn't as much buzz as there once was. And maybe that's because they haven't done the events, right? They haven't done the OnePlus events and given the swag bags away. And I'm taking the pictures of everyone like lined up around street corners and stuff to buy them. Maybe it's part of that, right? Because their experience is their sort of weird approach to marketing that often annoys us. But it clearly works and helps generate buzz. Like yesterday, I saw Pete Lau was on. He was on Twitter going, hey guys, should I unbox the new phones? And we're going, dude, they've been unboxed 8,000 times, Pete. You don't
Seriously, dude.
We don't need to see you unbox these. Because I think even he's bored and doesn't know what to do. I don't know. Either way, they're out. If you want to buy them.
And you should. They're good phones.
There we go. All right, I'm centered now. Okay. Yeah, they are really good phones. Here's exciting news. What was released this week, Tim?
Pixel Buds.
Pixel Buddies. So changing gears, we're done with OnePlus. Pixel Buds are out. You can buy them. Only in this white color, $180. Google's first true wireless buds. And everyone basically sold out of them, right? I think you can instantly.
Yeah.
I think you can still go on Google Store and order them, but they're delayed a couple of weeks. So they're taking orders,
right.
But you're not going to get them for a couple of weeks. What do you need to know about these? I like them a lot.
Yeah, you seem to love them.
Yeah, well, I've gone through, I don't know how many pairs of true wireless buds over the years, from like the cheap Anchor ones, through like Mobvoi had a couple that looked like AirPod knockoffs. I've obviously used Samsung's Galaxy Buds for a long time. Not the Plus, I don't have those, but I have the regular ones. And I really like those. I've gone through a number though, and most suck. Like most are just really bad. Samsung's Galaxy Buds are not bad. They're actually really, really good. These, I would say right now, my ears favor them more because they're more comfortable to mine. Like when I put the Galaxy Buds in, they get in there and they seal, and you sort of get that like plugged head feel, which Google says they tried to alleviate with these. So I get that with those. When I go running with those, like the pounding on the pavement, when you have that seal in your ears, you can really feel that as you're running, going like thud, thud, thud in each ear. And it sucks. You kind of get used to it once you get warmed up. But so these have sort of a more open back kind of feel. You don't get that earplug stuff. Still sound great. I don't know. I think Google did a pretty nice job with these. I'll try to review I don't really review headphones, but these seem like
You will.
these seem worthy of a review, I would say.
I would hope so.
Yeah, probably next week. They're really nice. They pair instantly. It doesn't matter what phone you don't have to have a Pixel phone. If you just have a phone running Android 10, you open this bad boy, whatever phone you're using that's nearby, it just pops up and says, "Hey, you want a pair?" Tap it, it pairs, you're ready to go. It's actually really nice. They USB-C, I think that they wirelessly charge. I don't know, I've gotten decent battery life so far. I mean, they're not going to last for 15 hours, but 5. And then the case gives you another 20 and it fast charges. They're pretty good.
And we'll see. I mean, I got Galaxy Buds Plus, and those are pretty good. Like, they sound really good.
Those
The
actually
battery
do
life
last,
is
like, 3
insane.
days.
So,
That is true.
I mean, I don't need 11 hours of battery life, but I got it.
This is true. This is true. You
But
don't need
I
it,
would,
but you got it.
I would probably prefer Pixel Buds just because there's a bit more, like there's Google Assistant, right? Like I can access things better.
Yes, you can access things better. Like your notifications get read out to you much better than any other headphones ever will.
Totally.
The touchpads on these things are very good. They actually
Yeah.
respond. Like I always felt with the Galaxy Buds, sometimes I tap, nothing, tap, double tap. Like I felt like you had to hammer on the thing sometimes. These things are really sensitive in a good way. Everyone keeps asking like, how's the bass, Kellen? It's fine. The bass is fine. They're true wireless earbuds. It's not going to thump in your ear. It's also not super flat and dead like those really cheap $40 earbuds. It's fine. It's fine.
Good.
It's fine. If you want big ass bass in true wireless earbuds, you probably have to buy those. What are those ginormous Sony things that like hang out of both ears that actually have noise cancellation? Like, yes, you might get some more bass. The bass is fine. It's fine.
People are all about that bass.
They really are all about that bass.
Everyone walks around like they listen to like the most intense EDM music, and they need, you know, like they're Skrillex. Like, you're not Skrillex, dude. You don't need that much bass. Calm down.
If you guys want me to listen to Skrillex for my review, I will do that for you.
Bangarang. It's a pretty good track. Whatever happened to Skrillex? He disappeared.
I think he still does his thing.
Mm.
He's still like on the DJ tour scene. You know, I always see pictures of DJs. They're always like in Brazil with like 8 million people in front of them at a festival going. I don't know. It's always so weird.
He's married to someone or like dating someone famous.
Maybe.
I forget. Or he's got a girlfriend who's famous. Does anyone know? Please don't make me look it up.
Can't work out without the bass. Yeah. So speaking of workouts, I took them on a run yesterday. We'll go on another one today. They don't even slip. They're perfect. They feel light and airy in your ear. Good workout buds, I think. Would I recommend them, says Bad News Brown? I mean, I think so. The biggest problem is they're really expensive. Like $180 is quite a bit when you can go on Amazon and get decent buds for $140. And the Galaxy Buds are constantly discounted. I think the Galaxy Buds Plus right now at B&H Photo or something are like $125. That's a hell of a deal for those buds. So yeah, I think, look, I've only had them for a couple days. These are going to be the buds I'm going to use. I like the feel of them better in my ear, and I think they sound good and the connections and all that stuff. So yeah, but I don't know. They're expensive.
Shout out to Clinton with calling out Sony for their naming convention, because that's like the most confusing thing ever. I want a pair of those like nice Sony, because they have Google Assistant too, and they're wireless and like super cool, and they sound great apparently. But like, I don't know which model I need because I can't figure out like what the model number is, and I'm too ashamed to like Google it, so I'm just not gonna do it.
Yeah,
it's too intimidating.
It really is too intimidating. So anyway, Pixel Buds, all the other colors, if you're worried about those, Google says they aren't coming for months.
Shizer.
Like the green, the orange, the black, months. So if you want them, you'll be able to get white. They'll probably restock everywhere soon enough. Yeah, the colored ones are coming for a while.
I added my name to the wish list for all of them. So maybe when those green ones or orange ones come in, I might cop. I just don't want the white ones. Like, I don't want white buds. I mean, I got pretty clean ears, but like, nah, I'm good.
I mean,
The tips aren't white, right?
no.
That's what she said.
Eh, it's not
I
like
mean,
the
they're
worst look ever, right?
no, they look okay.
They don't stick out too far or anything, which is nice.
Yeah, those Samsung ones, the Buds Plus, I mean, those really kind of fit in there nice.
I'm telling you, these fit, at least to my ears, they fit so much better than those. Just feel light and airy in there.
That's nice.
Yeah, see, everyone says like the orange ones and the green ones, even the black. No one wanted the white, which is so funny that this is what Google came out with first. I don't know how many people I've seen say, I wanted the black ones. I'm not buying the white ones.
And they do look better than Surface Buds. Yeah, because they don't have
Those
like
look
massive,
weird.
like big Chromecast Ultra protruding from your ear.
The Surface ones just remind me of the dudes who have the big plugs in their ears. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm.
The big stretchy plug things. That's what
Well,
those remind me of.
they look like the dude, like freaking Lando Calrissian's assistant in excuse me, in Empire Strikes Back. Like he's got like some type of contraption coming out.
Yeah, he does.
So I don't know.
So anyway, I'll have a review of these things next week probably. I like them. They're fine. No seeds B with the $6 dono. Yo, what's good, guys? I didn't miss this week. Thanks for the color info. Oh, okay. Good to hear from you, dude. Hope you're good.
Nice, man. Yeah, hope you're good. No seeds B. Thank you.
Seeds B's always lurking.
He's a lurker.
Appreciate the donor, dude. Yeah.
How does OK Google, or well, I just said it,
Yeah,
man.
do it.
How does that work? The hot word work with those?
It kind of works like off and on for me. I tried it a couple
Oh.
times. I try not to use the hot word very often because
Yeah,
I
man.
have 17 million of those in my
I just
house.
set it all off.
Yeah. Like I've gotten to the point where if I'm in my kitchen, because there's a Google Home Max in my living room, and then my kitchen has not an LG, the Lenovo one. And so if you say it, depending on kind of which direction you're facing, it'll pick up the one across the damn room. So I've gotten to the point where I like walk up and stand right next to him and go, Ugo. It did okay the first couple times I tried the voice part of it, but you can just hold it for a second. Like you just put your finger on there, you hold it for a second, it beeps, and then you say whatever you want. I've just been doing that.
That's fine.
Rather than shouting at it. And that works really well. So.
I might have to cop. We'll see. If they come back. Well, like what I was really hoping. I mean, stupid COVID-19, man. If Google I/O would have went on, maybe they would have given you a pair, and I could have just taken your extra pair.
That's true. But no Google I/O.
Yeah.
They stopped giving away free stuff at Google I/O anyway. It's awful.
Good stuff. They would have just given us more freaking $50 Google Homes. From 3 years ago.
Speaking of those, I saw there's a weekly ad that Target just posted for this weekend. On Sunday, the regular Google Home, the old one, yeah, like the 3-year-old one, it's going to be $29.
Holy moly.
Yeah. I don't know if that's in store only. We'll look online. But yeah, the original, which is old and dated, but it's fine if you want it in your house, a little home if you don't have one. $29.
$29 is great. I mean, it's got fine sound still. I've obviously evolved. I got a smart display in the kitchen now, so I'm a little past just having a basic smart speaker. Thanks anyway, Target. But yeah, I mean, if you want just sound, it's not bad.
They sound probably a little bit better than the Mini.
Oh yeah, come on, they sound way better than the Mini.
Okay, they sound way better than the Mini. So yeah, $29 at Target. I don't know if that's in store or not, but there's an ad that they posted today or something for this weekend.
I mean, the regular home doesn't have a ton of bass, so if you listen to EDM and Skrillex, you might have some problems. But
Skrillex people, just don't take advantage of that deal.
Stay away.
Google Home Max.
Yes. Now that thing actually thumps pretty good.
They do. I actually have one on this desk right in front of me, which is the stupidest location ever for it. But
That'll
I got
blow you
one at
out.
one of those ridiculous discounts where it was on sale, and Google, I think, sent me $100 because I bought a Pixel phone or something. So I got it for $150. It was kind of a no-brainer, but I don't really know where to put it.
Yeah, real quick, let's touch on this. I don't know if you have any thoughts on this, but yeah, it's topical. Richard Ratner just said, what do you think of Track and Trace, the Google Apple collaboration, which I assume is their name for the contact tracing, whatever?
Yeah, you want to talk about this, huh?
Yeah, I don't really want to talk too much about it, but I do want to say track and trace is the most Google sounding thing I've ever heard, like in terms of the government knowing where I'm at. And
Sounds awful.
again, yeah, I understand the need for it. But and of course I've heard that they say, oh, we're gonna shut it off once the pandemic's over and blah blah blah. Like, I don't know, man. Um, I've said already that I don't care that Google has all the info on me. They already track me and all my movements through Google Maps, and this is America. And even when you're using an Android device, you can turn off those options and you can have Google not track you should you choose. If it helps, keep people healthy and stuff, if you believe in what's happening out there, which I do, just to reiterate and clarify,
I
uh,
do.
then you should also do your part and open up yourself to being tracked and traced by Google and Apple and the government.
Yeah, I think I don't. This is one of those things I have not looked into that much. I feel bad about that. I've
I agree.
followed all the COVID stuff as closely as I can. This part of it, which I probably will look at very, very soon because I feel bad that I am not up to speed on it. It's hard for me to have a really big opinion without knowing every single detail of it, but I get why people are rightfully concerned about being traced,
Yes.
especially if there are any sort of tie-ins to the government. And I don't know that there are, but we nobody wants government surveillance to kind of go nuts. And if you're tracking what, but again, okay, I'm trying not to like say much because I need to just learn more. So yes, I get why people are concerned. They said they're going to shut it down when they need to, but when is that? Is that like 3 years from now, Tim? Is that like 6 months from now? What
We
are we
don't
talking?
know.
Okay, so there's some questions. I'll look. Yeah, I don't really want to say too much more. I don't want to like stir up some conspiracy crap because I just don't know enough. So yeah, I wish I had more. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. Patriot Act is still a thing. So
Is that a
it's
movie?
sort of weird in times of crisis. You allow the government and these companies more access to your life or whatever, and that power can go unchecked. It reminds me a lot of Caesar. He was given control and then said, "Nah, I don't. I think I'm just going to stay in power," and it led to a violent end for him. So we'll see. I'm not saying that we're going to end up like Caesar, but it is kind of creepy.
It is kind of
It just sucks. The whole thing sucks.
the whole all of it. Just
Yeah.
wish there was a magic vaccine tomorrow.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Bill Gates, he's working on it.
Bill Gates, please come up with a vaccine tomorrow so we can just all go about this world peacefully, like, sort of peacefully again.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind being able to go to a restaurant or a movie theater. I miss movie theaters and restaurants.
I miss restaurants. I miss
Yeah,
breweries.
breweries. I miss massage therapy. Oh my lord, my back needs a chiropractor and it needs my massage therapist.
That's fine. I have an Ewing racing chair, gaming chair.
Yeah, I mean, but it doesn't have massage function. If it did, I'd be hawking it even more. But no, it don't. So, um, what else do I miss? Oh, I wanted to get contacts. 2020 was going to be the year I get contacts, and I can't go into the optometrist, so I can't get my eyes measured.
I actually went short just not that long ago before it all happened. Renewed that prescription. I got all the fresh contacts. I'm good. Yeah, that sucks. A lot of people had to put all that stuff on.
Yeah, you might notice I'm wearing a hat. As random Latrell says, I need a haircut. Yeah, I needed a haircut too, and I allowed my fiance to cut my hair for the first time. And no, it turned out great. I just instead of taking a risk, I just had her take off all of my sides, like if that means so I have my top, but all of my sides are just gone.
Oh, yeah.
So
I need to get the
yeah.
trim this weekend. It's getting a little puffy, so we'll see. The first one went fine.
Oh, good. Curtis says, "Nah, Tim, you need LASIK." I don't trust LASIK surgery. And plus, glasses are like an accessory. Like they can look,
That's
they
part of
change
it,
up your look. So
yeah, you can't be wearing faux glasses. You can't be doing
yeah, no faux. Thank you very much, though.
wife had LASIK, brother, mom, stepmom. A lot of people in my life had LASIK. I'm scared to death.
It's That seems a little sketchy.
These are my eyes, and I can't get new ones. So
Exactly.
all right. Anyway, back on subjects. Pixel 4a quickly. We think we have a launch date. There was like a German carrier, like Vodafone or somebody in Germany was like, "Hey, it's coming out at when did they say?" I can't even remember. It's like
looking.
May 22nd.
Yeah, May 22nd.
May 22nd. So we may see it then. That sounds about right. When was IO supposed to be? About the week before that, I think.
Yeah, May 12th, 3rd, 8th. Oh man, I forget.
Sounds about right. Either way, so mid to late May, we could see the Pixel 4a launch, and still quite excited about that. Still quite excited.
Super excited. It was May 12th to 14th, and yeah, very excited. Still, I mean, I guess not as excited as we once were, right? Because the iPhone SE's here now, and like kind of like destroyed the market.
The 4a. That's right.
So we don't really need the 4a.
Right. That's true. Yeah. Who needs that now? Just go buy the iPhone SE. Who needs choice?
Yeah.
Who needs choice when you have an A13 Bionic? You just don't need that. There is only one choice when the A13 Bionic is here.
Yeah. All the poor Android users now have a better option, and it's an iPhone. Thank you. Shout out to Tim Cook. He's such a jerk. He really is a jerk. And just so everyone knows what I'm referencing, Apple did an earnings call recently, and let me just read you off the quote real quick. He says, in reference to the SE, it plays in every geo, but I would expect to see it doing even better where the median incomes are less. I'd expect some fair number of people switching over to iOS. So we're just, subtly kind of digging the Android folk for being having lower incomes, which is totally fine. Like, we get it. It's been that way for,
officially calls us all poor. Yeah,
exactly. It's been about 13 years of, having that kind of, it's just so stupid. It's so rude. So yeah, all you poor people, go get an iPhone because you can afford one now. It's the SE and it starts at $399.
I can't help it when the first time I read his quote, that's exactly what I thought. I was like, he just called us all poor and said we could finally buy an iPhone. That's really messed up. And he might not have been referring to that. He might have been referring to other countries, but that just have a lower median income is what he's saying. Like, I still was like, dude, you just called us all poor.
That is so. It's such like the most Apple thing he could have said.
Such an Apple thing to say.
God, they are so elite.
Let's see. Android 11 Developer Preview 3 is out. That was that earlier this week? Or was that last week? Last week. Earlier. I don't even know.
That was last week.
The end of last week. That's right.
Yeah.
There's not a lot new. It's still a developer preview. Google still suggests that you don't install the thing. But the next one should be a beta. So if you've been waiting patiently for the Android 11 action, it's coming soon. Next month, probably. Like whenever IO should have been, we were probably going to get that first beta. They did include a couple of new things. Like now they're letting you control the sensitivity of each left and right edge of the navigation gestures. That's fine. They just need to let us turn off one edge or the other. You know how nice it would be to turn off the left back gesture? Because then you could still swipe out menus and then use back from the right. Like it would fix the gestures in very many ways. But right now, just sensitivity. They tweaked the screenshot tool a little bit. Whew. They screwed up the app switcher. So now when you go into the app switcher, there's a screenshot button and a share button, which is stupid. But you can't. You can no longer swipe up into the app switcher and then swipe up again into the app drawer. There's blocked that from happening. So they took away functionality so that you can take a screenshot easier, which is just awful. So anyway, not a lot of new things. Anyway, those things can all change too, by the way. This is still a developer preview. Just like reading the comments when we start talking about the SE and Tim.
Yeah. Well, let me just say, yeah. Our comments are awesome. We love you guys. Thank you so much for joining us on this Friday. We hope you're all staying safe.
Yeah. Good crowd watching this too. Let's see. LG has a new phone coming, which we all know about called the Velvet. Is it really called the Velvet? I still keep thinking this is a code name, but it's not. It's
really it's this Velvet phone.
It's so weird. I
I
don't
think it's great.
I don't think I dislike the name. It's just a weird name for a phone. I'm so
Well,
used to
it's
like
very
Droid.
LG. It's so LG, man. I mean, that's just what they do. They still haven't hired us. Obviously, we're doing this podcast,
Sure, we have
so
not
you
been
can
hired.
tell that they have not hired us, which means they will still be making plenty of mistakes, and we'll be here to call them out on it. But yeah,
Is
the Velvet.
okay, is velvet like we have cotton, right? Cotton's a natural occurring thing. Is velvet or is this like a totally manufactured awful like garment material? Because where I'm going here is this phone is built on nature, Tim. There's a raindrop, there's all these things, but then they call it velvet. Am I missing something? Is that just a reference to the color? Because it's not that color either.
Oh, I thought it was going to reference maybe how smooth it
Smooth?
is.
It's velvety
Yeah,
smooth?
velvety smooth. Some plants in nature have sort of a velvety texture
This
to
is
their
true.
leaves.
This is true.
So maybe that particular plant was what the design was based on. However, that doesn't have anything to do with teardrops
All I can think
or
about
what
is velvet,
raindrops.
the clothing material, which is like one of the which is not great. Anyway, I'm assuming they just must mean the smoothness of the word.
Yeah, that one Rob that that one guy Rob says this is the same company that released a phone called Chocolate. So yeah,
It's
I don't
true.
know what they're doing. And
This is true.
Corey
They're
says
so
Velvet has
goofy.
good hand taste. I don't know what that
I
means.
don't know what that means either. Uh, Either way, here's some news on it.
Sweet.
LG announced that they will be announcing it, I believe, on May 7th. And then they also then announced a couple days later that they will start selling it on May 15th. So they're going to show it off officially on the 7th. Then you'll be able to buy it, at least in Korea, on the 15th. Um, that said, they've also revealed almost all of the specs. So I don't know why we're waiting until the 7th at this point. They've also shown the phone off from every angle and every color. We know a lot about this phone. 6.8 inch display. I believe it's 1080p. Stereo speakers. A triple camera setup that sounds like every one of their phones they've released before it.
V60 only had a dual camera, and so they
Oh, it
went
did really?
backwards.
It really
Yeah.
went to. Okay, so anyway, we got a triple now. We got a 48 megapixel main, 8 megapixel ultra wide, and a 5 megapixel depth. We're still doing the depth lens thing. I thought that was the thing that we killed back with like the HTC M8 or something. Snapdragon 765, so not the 865, which is fine, whatever. 4300 milliamp hour battery. It'll use the dual screen attachment, which we know you love, and their stylus pen accessory. And look, it sounds like every single other LG phone. It just looks a little bit nicer. We don't know if the software's changed at all. My gut tells me no. They just released a V60, Tim, about a month ago. We're already swapping around for the Velvet. What are we doing?
Yeah. Well, it's good that they are just sort of like, oh, forget about the
They
V60.
really
Here's
are.
the Velvet. Because was trying to tell everyone, and like, I'm so sorry, LG fans, but I gotta tell you, the V60 sucks. Like, it's just not a great phone, dude. Like, it's so boring. Starts at $800. It's got 5G, but like, but the software, guys, like, come on, man. And like, look at it. It's
How
just not.
sad are you going to be when the software on this thing has not changed one bit from the V60?
I'll be super pissed.
You're going to be so sad.
I'll just be calling for the pitchfork still. I've said the same thing about LG since, I don't know, it's been years now. But like, the hardware is okay, so it'd be cool to see this hardware get even better, right? LG's taking hardware seriously, but
It
like,
looks nice.
if they aren't taking software seriously, then what's the point? We're still waiting for their upgrade center to actually mean something. I don't know, man. They got problems, and the people who are fans of LG, I think they're the ones who just need to open their eyes a little bit, because quad DACs don't make a phone worth it. I don't think. The headphone jack, let it go, people. Come on, haven't you ever heard a little adapter? Get yourself a little USB-C to 3.5. It's not that hard to do.
Motorola just brought it back. They just brought
Yeah.
the headphone jack back, Tim.
That's your angle, maybe, for your review. Just talk only about the headphone
They should
jack.
just review Motorola's Edge Plus's headphone jack. That's it.
Yeah. LG, stick to fridges or washers or whatever.
They make really fancy closets that you put garments in, and they steam them for you. It costs thousands of dollars.
Yeah, they would. And of
fascinating
course,
stuff.
we all want that stuff, but only the 1% can afford it. So, and they make great televisions. Yes. So unlike Kellen, I'm actually looking forward to the Velvet. My only issue is that we probably know that the software is going to be subpar, to say the least. But they could surprise us. They could totally surprise us. They're just not going to, because they never have, never will. And I hate to be like that guy. But I'm just hard on them because I know that they're capable of so much more. I mean, they gave us the first Quad HD. They
gave us the Quad DAC.
They gave us the DAC, Quad everything, man. LG is the company of Quad. So maybe
they can't do a Quad camera for some reason, though.
Can't do a Quad camera
there. Quad
there.
HD anymore.
How about Quad software updates? Like, that would be cool.
Quad software updates would stand out. A couple donos, J Mill with the $2 and the what is that Velvet quote? Is that from something? Someone fill me in there.
Is that a sign? I think that's a Seinfeld reference.
Maybe it is.
That could be.
Sorry, I don't know. Seinfeld was not my thing. Sorry.
We could tell. You grew up in Montana. Seinfeld probably wasn't your thing.
I knew a lot of people that liked Seinfeld. I just didn't. It's fine.
I assume ratings for Seinfeld in Montana during the 90s weren't high.
What else are you doing in Montana to watch TV?
Well, sports. I just assume you guys watch college football and basketball. And
so Seinfeld people don't watch college football and basketball?
In Montana. I'm referencing Montana solely.
I should run a poll with the old fam back in Montana and be like, do you guys know what Seinfeld is? 1 out of 10 probably. Remembers.
People are saying Coming to America reference. Is that Eddie Murphy movie from way back in the day?
You don't know what Coming to America is.
No.
It's like one of the funniest movies ever made.
Is that with Eddie Murphy?
Yeah.
Okay. With the McDougalls? I mean, I know.
Is that
I know
the
of the movie. I've seen it. I just don't remember that reference.
I don't remember that reference either.
Quote.
And I love that movie.
It's a great movie. I've seen it many a time.
It is great. Anyway, another dono from Patrick Crumpler with $5 says, hello everyone, got my fiber activate. Oh, Patrick's bringing the trivia fiber.
Oh boy. Well, good luck everybody. Patrick's about to destroy you all. McDowell's. So, okay, fine. I'll watch the movie again. Jeez. It's been a while. Came out in 1988. I was born the year after it came out. So Kellen was already like 20.
Yeah. I was 6. Probably didn't. I might have watched it when I was 6. I watched Predator when I was like 10.
In terms of Eddie Murphy movies, though, like Detroit, like Beverly Hills Cop, way funnier, I think. What?
No, Beverly Hills Cop are good movies. Not Coming to America good.
I don't know. Eddie Murphy is and he's got those characters in the barber shop. Like, I remember parts of it. It's a fantastic film, but. Yeah. Anyway, I'll watch it again.
Anyway, so the LG Velvet, we know a lot about it. May 15th, you'll be able to buy one if you live in Korea. We haven't heard anything about US stuff at all, have we? Even like insider info? Like you can give a wink if you've heard something. We haven't, right?
I haven't heard nothing. I expect to hear something next week, but even if I do, I can't tell you. So
that is true. Anyway, so you guys should know soon enough. A couple of last topics in trivia. Fortnite now on Google Play. The folks at what's his name? Tim, what's the Epic Games guy that really hates Google? Tim, right?
Tim Sweeney.
Is that right?
I don't know.
He doesn't like Google because they want to take a cut of his money. But he gave in. Fortnite is now on Google Play. So,
Tim Sweeney.
Yeah, Tim Sweeney. That's not right. So if you want to just download instead of side loading it the shady way, you can just install it right through Google Play now and give 30% to Google on the way.
Tim Sweeney has apparently owned the same pair of glasses for the last 20 years, it looks like. Like, you got enough to buy some Ray-Bans, bruh. Come on.
How rich is Tim Sweeney? Like, really,
He's gotta have
really
some
rich?
money.
Or is he...
Well, with Fortnite,
like pretty rich?
Come on.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, is he billionaire because of Fortnite
Oh my
or
God. Yes, he is. $4.5 billion.
wait, oh really?
Dude.
Epic's worth that much? Woo.
Well, he is. I don't know if Epic is.
That's wild.
That's ridiculous.
People still
Well, now
playing the
this
Fortnite?
says celebrity net worth says 8 billion. So either way, he's got a ridiculous amount of money.
I'm going with celebrity net worth always.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's nothing
with
compared to Jeff
Forbes.
Bezos at 140. Although that's got to be very
Like
fluctuating
more than
this
that.
year. So you asked me if I'm still playing Fortnite?
I said,
No.
is anyone still playing Fortnite?
Oh, okay.
Let's see. We ran a poll this week. Says, how long have you owned your phone? And the reason we asked is because phones are stupid expensive. They also are really good, and they were really good a couple of years ago. We were just curious if people are hanging on to phones longer because that's sort of the trend that we keep seeing from everyone. In our official poll results, which mean everything, 34% of you said around 2 years. So not the frequent updates for a third of you. 21% around a year, 20% or less than 6 months, 17% said around 3 years they're keeping the old phone, 9% more than 3 years. So pretty spread out there. It's probably, I should look back at old numbers. We've run similar polls years and years and years ago. I'm just curious to see how those compare. Because it seemed like before people upgraded all the time. And I feel like maybe not as much now, partly because of these stupid device payment plans. They don't let you upgrade as easily as you once could. Or like Verizon, you could upgrade almost every year, I think. Every 12 months, I swear you could upgrade. Now it's more like, nah, you have to pay your phone off all the way and then we'll let you. And that's not as easy to do, obviously.
Yep.
Okay, should we do you have the lights ready?
Oh, I've always got the lights ready. What a silly question. Hold on.
18 months Dan has had his phone. I mean, I don't have an answer because obviously I change phones all the time because of
yeah, same
job. So I don't really have a good answer. My wife, though, who has options all the time to change phones, does not change them as frequent. She used to get new phones all the time. I'd be like, here, do you want this phone? She'd be like, sure. Then she had a Pixel 2 for 2 years, the little Pixel 2 with all the bezels that HTC made. And then I finally was like, do you want a new phone? And the Pixel 4 came out and I was going to get her the pink one or the orange one.
Oh, yeah.
And it sucked. Remember, it has like 2-hour battery life. And so she went, nah. And that's when she switched to the Note 10, which I believe she's a big fan of. So, yeah, kind of weird. Oh, yeah, trivia time. The lights are on. Tim is already doing the trivia dance. So, yeah, thanks for joining us. The topics are done. Hopefully you stuck around through all of that. And now it's trivia. So at the end of every DL show, we do trivia. We have 5 questions. We'll put each one up individually. You hit the chat live on YouTube. Type in your answer. If you're correct, if you're corrected first, I should say, we will call out your name in the order we see on our screen. So I'm sorry if yours says something else and you think you won. We'll tell you if you won, damn it. We will tell you. That's pretty much it. We are giving away Bullets Wireless Z, the brand new Bullets Wireless from OnePlus for this week. So all 5 of you are getting Bullets Wireless Z, which is, I wish I could give you all Pixel buds, but number one, they're sold out and they're like 3 times the price of Bullets Wireless Z.
Just real quick, everyone. These questions they're on another level today. Oh. So good luck.
Also, before we get going, Charles struck $20, says, toward the Moto Edge Plus fund. We appreciate that, Charles, because we probably will have to buy one. I don't think Motorola likes us that much anymore after the old Razr review.
Yeah, that is actually greatly appreciated. Thank you, Charles.
No, Riggs, I didn't just confirm a Pixel Buds giveaway. Damn it.
$980 to go.
$980 to
our Edge Plus.
We got some fun. We got 8, 13... We're at like $33 if we take all the funds from the donations.
Heck yeah.
And 970 to go.
We're getting there.
All right, trivia. Yes.
Yeah.
Is everyone ready for the first question?
I hope so, because we're about to drop it on you, whether you're ready or not. So here we go. Question number 1, go now.
Question number 1 is up now.
Introduced an Android 4.4 KitKat under the developer settings menu. What does ART stand for?
Yeah.
Or art? Holy moly, William Perella somehow hacked our system and no, that was ridiculously fast with a correct answer of Android runtime.
Are you in our show script?
I know, that was like so fast. And everyone is like getting this right. Holy moly. All right, William
You guys are all very
Perella.
smart. William Perella, though, was first. Android runtime.
That was very impressive. Art. That was fun.
Wait, where's Fiber? Where's Crumpler? Oh, he didn't even have the right answer. Crumpler, if you got Fiber, you got to have the right answer.
Well, he said 2010.
Yeah. That's funny.
That's too much. All right. Excellent. Well, hey, congratulations, William. All right. I'm ready for question number 2.
Question number 2 is up now.
What was the marketed name for the Samsung Exynos 3110 processor that powered the Nexus S? Ooh, I think I'm going to allow the misspelled hummingbird. It's just like hyphenated, right? Or like it's
You're going
what do you call that?
Burn there.
Yeah, going with Soccer Burn 55 with hummingbird. That's how they say it. Yeah, hummingbird. Soccer Burn. Congratulations.
Fine. Sometimes we take misspellings. Sometimes
we don't. We know what he's going for.
Yeah. We're allowing that typo.
Hummingbird.
The old hummingbird processor.
Yeah.
That was back when it was hummingbird versus early Snapdragons, like the S4, I think. S2. I don't even remember. Hummingbird was good. It was in the original Galaxies.
Hummingbird. Not bad at all. I remember getting the Nexus S and like, oh, this thing flies on, what was that? Gingerbread. Ay caramba. All right. Well, so far, congratulations to William Perella and Soccer Burn. We've got question number 3 here, ready when you are.
Question number 3 is up now.
Which company announced and released the first quad-core SoC for Android devices? Again, which company announced and released the first quad-core SoC for Android devices? I see the correct answer, but from someone who has already won.
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing...
who's next?
I think I'm going to... Well, to me, it looks like Chris Williams. I mean, he's also got some misspellings going on.
But we just took one, so...
Yeah, so we got to take another. So... Chris Williams with the correct answer of NVIDIA.
Through Integra, though, so
Yeah, I mean, he kind of got extra credit on
extra
that.
credit, yeah. Chris, we'll give that to you. We're taking a couple of misspellings today.
We're being very generous today.
Was that Tegra 2? Tegra 2 the first?
I think it was. Yeah.
Tegra 2.
Although, I mean, I'm not about to say for sure if it was or not because that was like 20 years ago. So... But I think you're right. All right. Congratulations, Chris, man. You guys, man, so fast today. A13 Bionic. All right. Yeah. You guys check out that series Tegra King. That would be cool. If NVIDIA wants to be cool, they would do a little something with Tegra King. Man, I know some people. I should send that over. That's a fantastic
marketing stunt. Call it Tegra King. Not bad.
Good job. Yeah, Anthony. Good job, man.
Not bad, yeah.
All right. Question number 4. Let's get it.
Question number 4 is up now.
What processor powered the original LG G Flex? Speaking of LG and terrible software, this thing ghosted so bad.
Yes, it did.
What processor powered the original LG G Flex? All right, going down the list, I see a whole bunch of 800 numbers. I gotta find. I'm seeing. I don't want to confirm, but it looks like Jackson.
Jackson has 800.
Yeah, I'm seeing Jackson with the correct answer of the Snapdragon 800.
A lot of people had 801. You're
a lot of
100% positive it's not the 801.
Pretty. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I did not look you up on that one.
Pretty darn sure it's the 800. Man, why does everyone got to make me
I always forget that the 800 series had the 801 in
Checking, and it says processor Snapdragon 800, 28 nanometers.
Going with it.
Yep, going
Jackson
with it.
had the 800 first.
Jackson, congratulations. Ding, 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 ding. Instead of saying his last name and screwing it up, I just don't say it. So congratulations, Jackson. Neatert. Because it's not Nightert. It's Neatert.
It's Neatert.
Yeah. Jackson's such a great sport.
Every time.
Yeah, I know. He's terrible. I mean, I'm terrible. He's very good with me being terrible. All right. This one's a bit easier for you guys. I think anyone probably watching the Droid Life show will hopefully be able to answer this. He says you messed it up. Dang it. All right. Yeah, I know. All right. So question number 5. Here we go.
Question number 5 is up now.
In reference to computing, what does RAM stand for? Again, in reference to computing, what does RAM stand for? Man, William's got that quick speed today.
He's so fast today.
Yeah. I'm going with the misspellings again. That's okay. Zachary Webb with the correct answer of random access memory.
Those days where none of us can type.
I mean, I've been having the same problem. So,
yes, Zach Webb was first there.
congratulations. So our winners are William Perella, Soccer Burned 55, Chris Williams, Jackson N, and Zachary Webb. Shout out to all my winners. And today, winners, you're going to be messaging Kellen, which I think is just Kellix.
Or Kellen, with either one.
Or Kellen, yeah.
Both
He's
one.
got multiple. Weird. All right.
Yeah, email me. We'll
Fantastic.
figure it out. We'll get you guys some Zeds.
Oh, yeah.
Wireless
Some wireless
Zeds.
Zeds.
Yes, my email is right there. Tim just dropped email me winners. I probably have all of your stuff, but email me anyway. And email me your address so I don't have to respond back. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, and I'm going to go watch Coming to America so I understand the Velvet reference.
As well.
That's
Good
too
movie.
funny. Ghost accounts. GOAST. Ghost accounts. Good one, Clinton.
Show.
Quick announcement. Tim has a new YouTube channel, which you guys can all subscribe to. It's Timotato Reacts.
Nice.
And I started up a reaction channel, and I hope to get 50,000 subscribers within the first month. So I'll be putting out a ton of content. I found out that making reaction videos is literally the laziest content you can make. So that's what I'm doing. I'm reacting to music. I'll react to pretty much anything.
It is solely the laziest content that anyone could ever do, and it's still such a popular thing.
It's extremely popular. I haven't even pimped it on my Twitter account. I already got 5 subscribers. So you react.
You just pick a hot topic of the moment.
Yes.
Did you do reacts to Drake's new album yet, or you haven't done that yet?
No. And so the way I do it is I'm a metalhead, right? So I'm going to be or a metal guitarist. So I can metalhead reacts to something that's not metal or whatever. So literally the YouTube is Timotato Reacts. Well, no, he's not. So I'll get to it. Does he have a new album? See, I don't even know this stuff.
Little EP action with an EP with 15 tracks or something.
That's not an EP. That's a full length record.
I think he's labeling it an EP, and I went, that's a whole record, buddy.
Yeah, clearly you'll see that the quality of the content on Timotato Reacts is not of the highest right now, but we're getting there. I'll make a nice little thumbnail and profile thing, and I'll make it amazing. But yeah. It's gonna be sweet. I figured, I'm stuck at home. Might as well just put my time into something. It's better than
might as well
doing drugs.
YouTube, yeah.
Hell yeah. Ben Jacobs, shout out for being my 7th sub. Heck yeah.
7 subs. Nice. You'll be at 50K before you know it.
I know. Why not?
When's the Timotato Reacts podcast? Yeah, when is that fired up?
Oh god. I mean,
that's kind of what it is, though. I mean, in a way.
Yeah.
You could easily turn it into
news. Yeah. If I hit 100,000 subscribers, I will start a Timotato Reacts podcast, and I will react to stuff.
Look, you're already planning out the tiers.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, this will
why
happen at
not?
50K. Guys, subscribe now so I can do my next silly thing.
Yeah. Oh, my phone is blowing up from all the subscriptions. Thank you guys so much. I'm gonna start an OnlyFans too. I'll be posting nudes for $10 a month, and it's gonna be great.
Timotato Reacts OnlyFans. Now that is something to subscribe to.
Yeah, I can react to stuff while naked. Like, and it'll just, it'll be just the top up. I won't show my bottoms. But if that's something you guys want, I'm fine to charge a premium for it. So just let me know what everyone needs. And yeah.
Soccer Burns, worst subscription ever.
Thank you, Soccer Burn. I think Soccer Burn's prize got lost in the mail, unfortunately. So
premium snap as well.
Heck
Oh
yeah,
man,
dude.
there's so many. Yeah, OnlyFans has got to be my favorite thing right now. Not that I've subscribed to any, just like the constant clowning of the OnlyFans thing. It's just never ending fun.
Yeah, Scott McDonald says all the vids there are years old. Make sure it's not mine. So there's my channel. Like there's the Timotato channel.
Timotato Reacts is brand new.
Yeah, there's a brand new Timotato Reacts channel. It's me playing guitar like in a space landscape someone made for me years and years ago. You'll see that it has 3 videos on it, and there are 3 videos of me reacting to things with this background.
Ben's bro subs to OnlyFans. Which OnlyFans, Ben?
My bro subs to an OnlyFans. My bro subs to an. Oh, I get it. Yeah.
Who's OnlyFans? Just I'm in shadows. Just donated $2. Says just joined. What's your?
Well, I guess I gotta fire one up. I have to start doing some more push-ups and stuff if I'm doing this top half naked react.
Fine, you have a mustache and hair. You'll be good.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, this is great. This is really giving me something to do this month. May is going to be a big month for me.
It really is. I think you're already at 21 subs, Rig said. So
yeah,
he just quadrupled.
Nice. I'll be dropping a new video later tonight. And also, yeah, if you guys have things you want me to react to, I'm going to make this a channel of the people. So if you got stuff you want me to react to, any kind of music or video games or whatever, I am so down.
24 now. Come on. We're at 24 now. Sub.
William Perella with the $5 says, for all the free things I have won. Oh, thank you. I mean, not necessary, but thank you so much, William. We love being able to give you guys prizes. I mean, we're very fortunate in that regard. So thank you very much. Derek, feet pics. I mean, sure. Like, but again, for a price, I'll do.
I was thinking about ways I could like put my foot on camera right now, but I'm not that flexible. We're not going to do that.
I am that. I'm kind of that flexible. Boom.
See, you don't even have to pay for the OnlyFans to get feet pics.
I know, it's ridiculous. Yeah, those are free. And then I'm in shadows again with the $1, 100 USD if you make an OnlyFans.
So confused.
Okay.
Who is I'm in the shadows? What is happening?
I don't know, but apparently, people are so generous, I've found, especially OnlyFans people. They're the greatest people on planet Earth. So I don't know exactly what people would want on an OnlyFans for me, but there you go. Zachary with the $5 says, here's for shipping. Haha. Man, again, we handle all that stuff, but thank you so very much. You guys are being so cool today.
It's so steamy in here all of a sudden.
I'm going to be really busy doing
camera.
Feet shots, nudes for my OnlyFans, and making content for my Reacts channel. So this is awesome.
Trivia lights are still going. As someone said, which will be an OnlyFans thing, I'm assuming.
Yeah. I mentioned OnlyFans, and all of a sudden the Droid Life show viewer count is climbing. So this is fantastic. This is a good day.
It is climbing. The viewership is actually going up as we are trying to wrap.
It's YouTube's algorithm. They hear, oh, someone's freaking posting on OnlyFans. Time to send more people in.
It like snapshotted like a foot picture and everyone just showed up. There's definitely your foot on the live screen right now.
Oh, nice.
And they're just going to show up now.
Oh
Sweet.
my! Another $2 from I'm in Shadows. Last one. We want to see those moobs and those feet. Those moobs. I kind of do like. I hit 30 and I kind of started getting a little bit of moobs, but and like it's really hard to get rid of moobs. In my advanced stage, I feel like because
Dieting's
crunches
the only
don't
way.
do it.
No, dieting's the only way.
Yeah,
Dieting
and
and running.
I have a hard time dieting because I love steak and fries and stuff like that. So, Bertzer, $2. Here's for a founder badge on the channel. Oh, Bertzer, I would have given you one for free, but thank you very much.
We're still going, I guess.
Yeah. Ben Jacobs got to lose all body fat and work out those abs. Yeah, man. Yeah, I got a tummy too.
It's the dieting thing. Yeah.
It's the diet, and it's really hard, especially now. Like I bought a bike last year, but I've ridden it a couple of times. Wow.
Okay.
All right. So now I know OnlyFans and reaction content, and I'll basically be able to quit my job. I already got $100 waiting for me, so shout out.
Oh man,
Moobs.
There's a lot of moob talk. A
lot of moob talk. Well, that's why I got a chest tattoo. That way my man boobs are
hide things. Yes.
Yeah.
You have body issues. Just get a tattoo over it.
Exactly. That's really been my thing. Richard Ratner.
That's not happening. The beer is not going away anytime soon in this house.
Richard Ratner with the 5 was that pounds, I believe. 5 pounds. How good does it feel in the hand, Tim? What, the moobs or my foot? I mean, they got a little bit of bounce to them, a little jiggle, a little jig action. I'm completely comfortable with my body though, so hey man. Tim's OnlyFans greater than epic profits next year. That would be sick.
Tim Sweeney, we're coming.
Oh, watch out, Sweeney. I just have, I'll only wear one pair of glasses for the rest of my life. Come on, Tim. You're a billionaire, dude. You can.
Y'all about to be demonetized. We just showed a foot and talked moobs.
Yeah,
there's much worse content out there.
Yeah, believe me. If Jake Paul can have a channel, we're gonna be okay.
I think we'll be okay. Till I show my foot, then maybe.
Anyway, well, thank you guys so much for tuning in and subscribing to the Timotato Reacts channel on YouTube. You'll see plenty of content on there.
Yeah, I think that's it. We'll probably come back next week. Yeah, this has definitely been Droid Live After Dark. Pixel Buds review next week. We'll try to get a Motorola Edge Plus. We won't get an iPhone SE. I think that's about it, right?
Yeah, that's about it. That's the takeaway.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining. Thank you for all the donos. Lots of donos. Oh, I'm in the shadows with one last $2 Tim. Raising more money than Tim. Jeez. Tim's fans might get some money. I don't know if we're topping Team Trees, but
I know they, good for them. They did great. But again, I'm in shadows. Thank you so much. Hit me up on Twitter so I can send you feet pics. I feel like you deserve it.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. Please, please, please stay safe. Do whatever you can to help us all get through this terrible, terrible time. Thanks for joining us during the show, though. We'll try to be back next week.
Peace.